Greg Locke, the controversial head pastor of Tennessee's Global Vision Bible Church. He's known, of course, for opposing vaccines, saying that the coronavirus is a hoax. He hates leftist literature. He despises Joe Biden, and now he seems to have found witches in his own congregation. Watch.
We got first and last names of 6 witches that are in our church. And you know what's strange? 3 of you are in this room right now. We ain't afraid of you, you stinking witch. You devil-worshiping Satanist witch. We cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ. We break your spells. We break your curse. We got your first name. We got your last name. We even got an address for one of you. You so much as cough wrong, and I'll expose you in front of everybody in this tent, you stinking witch. You were sent to this church to destroy us. You were sent to this church to lure us in. You were sent to this church to cast spells. Listen, some of you been sick because you befriended that witch.
There's a connection between witches and his last claim to fame, which was when he had a book burning. He wrote, bring all of your Harry Potter stuff, laugh all of you haters. I'll laugh all you haters, I don't care. It's witchcraft, 100%, all your Twilight books and movies. Okay, so he considers that to be witchcraft. Well, this is also a guy who has been somewhat prone to violence, shall we say. And the reason I said, well, actually, here's we're looking at, let's look at some video first of one of his bonfire of burning books. Watch this.
Devil stuff. We got every bit of kind of witchcraft, spell books, everything you can imagine. And this thing is full. So we got clothes, a lot of things. So if you need to get rid of it, the most you can get, just start throwing it in there. 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 Burn it. Burn it. Burn it.
Now, while this seems like it could just be kind of funny, haha, this is a guy who actually has been prone to violence, as I said. He actually had a confrontation with an employee at a Dunkin' Donuts because, I don't know, his coffee wasn't made the way he wanted. Here's his description of that.
If you call me a liar one more time, I'm going to take these work boots and I'm going to kick your teeth down your throat. Yes, I said it, and the moment I meant it. I said, sir, listen to me very closely. I will be back tonight at 5 o'clock like I am every single day of my life to get my 2 medium coffees, 7 creams, and 5 sugar. I will be back tonight, and I will not be wearing a mask.
So this is a pastor who has literally threatened violence. He has actually burned books, and now he's threatening people who he claims are witches in his own congregation. Jack, it feels like this isn't just sort of silly and laughable, that there's something really sad and worrisome about this.
Yeah, I mean, 1 second on the laughable stuff before we get to the serious stuff. 7 creams, and he's that wired on Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Wait till he gets a load of Too Strong coffee. He'll never make it out. Maybe that's the plan we could do for him. Send him some free Too Strong coffee, knock him out. Okay, guys, the coffee stuff sounds funny, or except the part where he's threatening to literally assault a guy, and that threat is already illegal. And burning Harry Potter books, I mean, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? But the witch stuff is not at all funny. It's like, you're like, oh, witches, that's so absurd, right? But if you're just talking about generally about witches, that's hilarious, and he's a moron, and we could move on with our lives and make it a little fun, and that's no big deal. But he's saying that he has 6 women he's going to name, and 3 of them are there that night. He has their names, and he says the address of one of them. That's super dangerous. He's riling up that entire crowd to go get those witches in what could be a literal witch hunt. And you remember, to us, it all seems absurd. But inside that tent, in his congregation, they've all lost their minds. They're brainwashed into believing that that guy is telling the truth. They wouldn't be there if they didn't believe that. They all believe what he's saying is true, and that there are actually witches right next to them. I mean, these are the people who burned books to begin with. So I'm afraid for those women. And by the way, now this is speculation, but usually when people target women and say don't believe them, it's because they did something to those women, and they're afraid that some of those women are going to say something about what they did, and so they preemptively strike at them and go, oh, you can't believe them. And I mean, usually they don't say they're witches, but in this case they're saying literally witches. I don't know if that happened. And it doesn't need to happen. This threat against these women is already super dangerous. And David, last thing, is there any law enforcement left in this country? Right? I mean, right-wingers do the most insane things, and that's, I mean, if I was the sheriff in that town, I'd be like, you so much as name a letter in one of those names and get your crazed supporters to go after them, and I'll have you in jail for 20 years. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.